Welcome to those of you who are born in the zodiac sign of Gemini and to those of you who have your ascendant in this zodiac sign. And let's dive directly into the cards to see what Saturn has been trying to teach you while it's been in Aquarius. And let's begin by pulling you some astrology cards. And maybe you want to check out where you have this or these astrological energies, because it will give you a much more personal overview on how the energies are playing out in your life specifically. So let's see what's coming out for you. What has Saturn been trying to tell you, to teach you? We have one card coming out for you, and we have a planet card coming out. Now the planets are always showing up in our charts as us holding their special characteristics. Okay, so let's see what planet you are showing up in the world as. And here we have Neptune. Okay, so you're showing up as a person who is in very good contact with your dreams, both at nighttime but also for your life. Okay, you are someone with a strong fantasy. You have a strong longing and yearning for something. When you speak about something, you do it with, deep passion and a lot of emotions. Neptune is also ruling the 12th house of the zodiac, where we find the energies of Pisces. So here it's about unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness. This is also where you're finding your way home on a soul level. You're diving under the surface to see the greater truth in all. You are finding oneness, and also maybe you are someone who's sacrificing a lot for your dreams, or sacrificing a lot for the greater good, for a higher power than yourself. And also with the unicorn here, there's a specific reference to your dreams. So really pay attention to your dreams if you haven't done it already. But I think that for many of you here, you will not be surprised to know that you have had some very special dreams, maybe very real dreams, maybe where you feel that you are actually there. And that's because you are also someone who is traveling into other dimensions, into other worlds through your dreams during nighttime. Okay, and that's also why that throughout the day, maybe you're someone who's daydreaming a lot. Sometimes you feel that you're in a completely different dimension through your feelings and on a deep soul level, because you have a great contact with your deeper emotions. Okay, so maybe you feel even throughout the day that you are traveling in different times and different dimensions, that you're in contact with other civilizations, or definitely different ways of living life. Okay, this is also where we need to be careful that we don't end up in big confusion and disillusion, because you are showing up as a person who sees the world through the glasses of paradise. Okay, you see the idealistic world, how the world should be from a point of unconditional love. And when you find out very often that life around you is not like that, your environment, it's not like that, it's not in alignment with your inner world, sometimes you end up being very confused and very disillusioned, that you become so you're just experiencing a great lack of courage. You're lacking encouragement to step into the world, because you see that there is not unconditional love, there is not unconditional forgiveness. People are not ready to sacrifice anything for the higher, for the greater good. They're not willing to step into their higher selves and look at things in a different way. So this is where we very often become extremely disappointed. Okay, and you can become very depressed and very sad. Okay, so you really need to keep that balance, and maybe you have been focused on this already, since Saturn right now is building up in Aquarius. So this is what Saturn has been trying to teach you something about your inner world, your own ideals, you seeing the light in a different way in how to live your life, okay? And also maybe your dreams have been playing a significant role in the time when Saturn has been in Aquarius. So this is a world that you have had some great lessons, and where Saturn has really been trying to open your eyes, your inner eyes, I would like to say. So you have been through a lot of emotional stuff within those more or less 2 years that Saturn has been in Aquarius, okay? So very emotional time for you. This is also where we become extremely sensitive, and we just are going through, where we are going through some kind of deep soul transformation as well, and that's how you are showing up in the world. So let's pull some tarot cards to see what more Saturn has to add. Yes, and we have one card coming out for you, and the first card is coming from the major arcanas. So this is the bigger energy right now in your life, and also the energy that has been very present throughout the time where Saturn has been in Aquarius. So here we have card number 8, and this is Justitia, okay? So this is really where your actions are being put on the scales, This would point to the Egyptian god in the Egyptian mythology, Anubis, where he is sitting there weighing people's actions and saying, okay, what was, what we call good or bad, but what is really in cosmic alignment with the higher hierarchies, okay? So things have really been put on the scales here for you. You really had to keep a balance, again, as mentioned before. What is real, what is not real, what is true, what is false. Those are also major energies within Neptune. So sometimes maybe you've had a hard time to really distinguish the truth from what has been false, okay? You've been like walking on the scales, okay? Really weighing in on people's action, and also what has been said, what has been done, what seems truthful, what seems false. So that has been the higher energy coming for you, where you really have had to work a lot with keeping your balance in things. And let's see if Justitia, what area of life she's pointing to. And so the next card or cards will be from the minor arcanas that are working with the specific 4 elements, the zodiac signs, the energies of those, and the specific life areas, okay? So this is also where you might want to check out in your chart where you have these energies. So this could point to, for example, Libra, where we have the scales as well, okay? Keeping your balance, keeping up always a good ambience with people, always seeking, good and friendly company, making sure that everyone is okay. So as I mentioned before, it could point to Libra, and here we have a Swords card coming out, Knight of Swords. Now the swords are pointing to the zodiac, the air zodiac signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So again, a reference back to Libra in particular, I feel here. So this is pointing to our mentality, communication, both in speaking and writing, and our own private psychology, how we see and understand things clearly, and our, our mindset, our rational mind. So Knight of Swords is talking about being a little bit fierce. He can come out quite hostile sometimes, so also we want to keep our balance here, but he has a sharp tongue, and he is moving with his instincts, because here with the air zodiac signs, we are also in the masculine energy, which means that we are outgoing, we are forward moving, but on a mental level here. So whenever he hears something or sees something, he's going for it, okay? You will notice that he is fighting for it through using his tongue, which can be very sharp here. We really need to keep our balance. Again, back to card number 8. We really need to keep our balance here so that we don't come out too fiercely. So you have had to communicate a lot through Saturn's time in Aquarius, and also, as I mentioned before, with Knight of Swords, a reference back to Libra and the air zodiac signs, where we have a lot of dialogues and discussions, and we are becoming very social, and we love to move out there and just exchange information and stuff like that, getting into communication with other people. So you've had really to fight for your dreams, fight for your way of feeling, okay, your way of seeing things, and you're seeing it in a completely different way than most people, okay, because also here we in the last sign of the zodiac, the 12th house where Neptune is ruling. So you have really reached a point where you are some kind of master healer, or you know the truth, you are mastering things here, okay? So also for those of you who are more artistically inclined, perhaps you've been moving through a year with great expansion on that area in life. So you really had to fight for your truth. You've had to fight for your dreams, and you've had to sort of controlling yourself. You had to really weigh in on, okay, is this worth going for? Is this worth fighting for? You're really putting things on the scales here. What is worth keeping in my life? What is worth getting rid of in my life? Okay, because also with Neptune here, we're talking about sacrifices, as I mentioned in the beginning. So maybe you have had to sacrifice a lot. You've really been weighing in on your life. What is worth fighting for? What is worth saddling up my horse for? Where do I need to be fierce about things, and where do I just need to let things go? Okay, so let's pull some personal cards from this card deck to see where this energy has been playing a significant role for you in your 3D physical life. Where has it shown up? Okay, we have one card coming out. Let's see if there are other cards coming out for you. Yes, we have one more card. Okay, so the first card to come out is card number 35, Pathway. Please go with the numbers and the colors on these cards wherever it may lead you, because that's a personal message just for you, because this is of course a general reading. But here we have number 35, so that could also be 3, 5, and 8. And this has led you to new pathways, okay? You fighting for your dreams. Are you communicating out your dreams? Really weighing in on what is worth taking with me, what is not worth taking with me when I want to live out my dreams here. And it has really paved new ways for you, okay? I don't know if you can see the butterflies here, but it's like they're flying out through the pathway of transformation into the light. And also, as we see with the Neptune card, we have the light here. So you have really found a new way. You have seen the light. You have seen the greater cause in some certain life area. Okay, you have really seen things sharply. Sorry. You really know what you want to go for. You know that when you're writing out there, that's exactly what you want. You also know how to move through this through being a dialectic expert here with Libra energies, okay? Really weighing in on when is it necessary for me to speak up about my dreams, and when do I not need to do that? You know, when is it worth fighting for? And that has really you have created this pathway of transformation yourself, okay? And also I like to add that 3 and 5 is 8, and 8 means abundance, it means flow, it means that now you are actually coming into dialogue with eternity, okay? You are going limitless now, okay? no boundaries. That's also something that Neptune holds as a characteristic here, that you are what you call it, boundless here, I think it's called, or limitless. You are moving beyond limitations here. There are no limitations here. You're moving out of your ego, okay? You don't know of the ego. And that's also why sometimes you've had to learn through the time that Saturn has been in Aquarius to put up your boundaries, okay? To know what you needed to stand up for once in a while, and when just to let it flow away with the water, because also with Neptune here, we're very much in the water element, okay? So the next card coming out for you is card number 13, Wealthy Man. You will find that all your investments, all that you've been fighting for, okay, all that you have been fierce about, you know, moving with your instincts to reach your dream, it's gonna pay off, and you're gonna find that it's been worthwhile, okay? Nothing has been wasted here. And also, again, we have the male here, we have the male over here with the Knight of Swords. So again, a very masculine energy, and masculine energy means that we want things to happen. We are moving with our instincts, okay? It's very much forward and outgoing energy. So you'll find that all that you've been communicating out, your way of seeing and understanding things, your way of fighting for to get the way you look at things out there, it has really been all worthwhile, okay? So all your investments in that, they will pay off, okay? You are on the pathway of transformation. So also I'd like to add here that the bottom cards of the tarot, which is marking, you know, the overall energy here, where these are showing us also, you know, specifically in the details, but this is an overall energy coming in for you, the Empress, with clarity, beneficial influences, and also the ability to actually begin to take concrete action on things. And with her, we have from the minor arcanas, Knight of Chalices coming out here. So maybe you want to check out also where you have all the water zodiac signs alongside with all the air zodiac signs, okay? So Knight of Chalices is talking about that there's clarity within your emotions, your intuition, your soul. You are below water surface here. You are really trying to see oneness, and there is new, fresh love coming in for you. You are falling in love with life again. You're really having beneficial influences in that, and also in how you are using your psyche, okay? So really interesting with clarity coming in here, knowing where to go, seeing the light. And again, I like the fact that Knight of Chalices is a direct reference also to Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio energies, okay? So you are in your emotions here. There's clarity coming in, new beginnings, beneficial influences, and where you can start to take concrete action on things, okay? So let's pull you guys a card on where this is leading you when we're asking about your destiny. Okay, and we have two cards just jumping out of the deck right away. So let's have a look at the first one. The first one is saying trust, okay? With this new moon, also you're being asked to trust new beginnings. Again, we have water energy here, okay? So trust new beginnings within your emotions, within your soul, maybe within your past. The moon is always a reference to our past life, our inner wild, unpolished nature, the feminine aspect in life, and also our habits and routines in life, okay? So trust that there might be something here where there are new beginnings. Just trust it, okay? And the other card coming out with the trust card is, yes, your healing cares. And as I mentioned before, with the Neptune card over here and the water energy, you are becoming a master healer here, a master dreamer. This is where we have the master of mastery, okay? So you are healing chaos here. We have a lot of healing energy going on within Neptune also. So you are healing some kind of chaos. And again, we have those butterflies flying around here just with this card number 35, okay? So you are healing some kind of chaos, and now you're finding the light out of that. Beautiful, okay? Just trust as you are sailing on these silent waters. Maybe sometimes we need to go within and listen to our emotions, okay? Because you are coming into new beginnings. It's like you're sailing into new beginnings, okay? You're sailing into your dreams, okay? And everything will have been worthwhile. So let's pull some guidance and advice card to see what Saturn has for you now that it's building up in Aquarius. What is its final advice for you before it's moving on? Okay, we have quite a lot of cards here coming out for you, okay? So, yeah, these are just 10 cards coming out. Okay, that's just a little bit too much. So let's ask again, more specifically, what is the advice for all Geminis? And also with the Knight of Swords, of course, it's pointing to your own zodiac sign. So you know a lot about, you know, Geminis are very communicative. They like to have dialogues. So here we are, you know, it's not an energy that is completely unfamiliar for you. You know what that's about. You know your words. You know how to communicate information out there, okay? Yes, we have an animal card coming out for you. So this is talking about the outcome of all of this, that this is pointing to the gazelle. So this is actually meaning that you need to make quantum leaps now, quantum jumps. And I'm also hearing that quantum leaps of faith. You need to trust here, okay? Trust your journey. Trust that you are moving into silent waters now. Trust that you are being led out of that chaos, that you are now healing, and you're trying to transform a lot through using your communicative skills, okay? That it has not been wasted. It has been all worth while, okay? It's taken a lot from you to communicate that out. You've really been fighting, had to be fighting for your dreams to make yourself be heard. Maybe you have not had a lot of support. That's what I'm getting here. You've been investing it all on your own. You really had to put yourself out there, okay? And now you need to make those quantum leaps of faith, and also emotionally you need to make that final jump, maybe from one part of your life to a different part of your life, where you need to say, you know, you need to put someone or something on standby. You need to make those quantum leaps of faith. You need to jump into a new place of life right now. And it all begins from within, right? Before we will be seeing the results outside of us. So really make those quantum leaps of faith now on an emotional level here. And that's what you've been working with for the past almost 2 years. So Saturn is now building up in Aquarius, so that could also be a reference through the Knight of Swords, that that the final act is coming in here, okay? That it's time for you very soon to be saddling up your horse and really take action on what you have been communicating out there. So a last guidance card coming out for you is this card. It's saying it's all yours. Here we go. This meal is for you. All of these delicious things are for you. And this card is talking specifically about a healing comeback. Again, back to Neptune. You have healed a lot of stuff. You have believed in your dreams, and that's how you have healed yourself, okay? By moving out into other dimensions. Maybe even having allowed yourself to let light beings in, or maybe you've had paranormal encounters even, something like that. But you're making a healing comeback, okay? So all the time that you have been communicating something out quite harsh, maybe sometimes being quite fierce, and maybe even sometimes hostile, because you've been alone, you have not been supported. You really had to fight for your dreams, okay? To transform things and to invest a lot of your time and your energy, okay, to really get into a new beginning of feeling whole again, to fall in love with life again, to come, you know, it's like coming back on your track here, okay? There's also a lot of motherly energy in the Empress here, who's been helping you do that. So here you are reclaiming your power, you are friendly, and you have conscience, okay? So you have done things, you have been doing a lot of thinking to keep your balance, to be the dialectic expert here, you know, always to keep your balance, but also being a little bit fierce, you know. So it has been a balancing act for you, I feel, but it has assured your healing comeback. And here you go, it's all yours. It's time to jump out into new beginnings, because you are healing your chaos, okay? So this was what I had for you. I hope that you have been inspired to dive deeper into this. I'm gonna wish you all the best out there. Take great care of yourselves. Thank you so much for tuning in, and bye for now.